they're the team that needs more picks than most others. When you're in the Knicks situation, all you want is picks. You want to build cheaply, and then you get those final few pieces and make a push for it.
I think that,
and an unprotected Nets first round pick is huge. That's probably more
especially
valuable
considering
that's
how
probably
bad
more
the
valuable
Nets
than
are.
Melo.
Yeah.
I think the only way that Carmelo gets dealt is if he goes to Houston.
Probably. I mean, it's his final choice.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be his choice. I don't think we have to.
But it also opens up three team possibilities as well.
Now, I want to ask you really quickly because, and we're not going to stay on this for too long because we want to get to the college football. Yeah. Some local radio, or not local, some radio shows in New York City that I listen to had been floating around. You don't want to give up Kristaps Porzingis to get Kyrie Irving, but the deal would get a little sweeter if the Cavs were willing to take Joakim Noah's contract. Would you have done it then? Losing that $70 million that you owe Joakim Noah?
No.
For Kyrie Irving, he's 25. He's young.
Yeah,
he's a young number one overall pick.
He's clearly got some personal issues. He wants to be his own star. Like, you don't want to play on a team.
If you were playing with LeBron James, you might have your own personal issues too.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you can just watch any time they go to commercial and there's a huddle, LeBron is yelling at everyone, even when the game's going well. LeBron is not someone I would want to deal with either.
That doesn't mean he's yelling, constant negatives or anything. He's passionate about the game. A lot of his teammates love him.
Because they're winning championships.
Yeah, but I think Kyrie is, he's just trying to get some extra money and some extra fame. I don't want that drama. I don't want that drama at all. You don't want to play with the best player in the game, then that just makes no sense to me. I can say personally, I would not want to play with LeBron James either. Then I guess you don't want to win championships.
I do want to win championships. I'd rather go play with Curry and Durant.
Yeah, but that's not what his options are. He's gonna go to the Knicks, who aren't winning a championship anytime soon, and he's not young.
Well, no, now he's going to the Celtics, who might push for a championship.
Right, but that wasn't his choice. All he did was say, I want to be traded. A couple years ago, that would have meant that you get shipped to the Knicks or the Nets as a screw you from the owners.
Yeah, maybe, but 10 minutes in Cleveland, I'm looking for anyone to get me out of there.
Right.
Just the city alone.
Just the city, yeah. That's fair point.
I mean, I wouldn't have to, and then on top of it, I wouldn't want to have to deal with the circus. I mean, yes, LeBron is the greatest player that's playing the game right now as far as a talent standpoint is concerned. But
he's killing your franchise.
Even the circus in New York,
it's not Kyrie's
less
franchise.
of a circle.
It is Kyrie's franchise.
It was supposed to.
LeBron,
not anymore.
LeBron left.
And then they got
LeBron
Kyrie.
left, and then they drafted Kyrie.
And then he came back and they won a championship.
He came back and he pushed Kyrie out of the way. He basically gave him the what's his name, Kevin Garnett to Big Baby Davis. Sit the F down and shut the hell up. That's what he did to Kyrie Irving.
I mean,
Kyrie Irving hit the most important shot.
It was all he's my mentor. He's this, blah blah blah.
You have to say that.
I mean, that's just conducting.
That's
the right way
like
during this
that's like Eli Manning saying we believe in Eric Flowers. That's not true.
That's a good point. I don't believe in him.
Listen, if not for
Kyrie, no one believes in Eric Flowers.
If not for Kyrie,
pretty much all of LeBron's other teammates have supported him. He makes other players better.
Yeah, are you going to be the guy that doesn't support the greatest player in the game?
Apparently Kyrie is.
Yeah, good for him. F LeBron.
Listen, if not for Kyrie Irving, LeBron does not have a ring in Cleveland. Kyrie Irving hit the most important shot in Cavaliers history in that Game 4 in the finals. If he does not hit that shot, it's a sweep. That's true.
That was this year.
No, that was last year.
When they actually won, because that's what started the comeback of the 4-game streak.
The ball got, if I remember correctly, the ball got stripped out of LeBron's hands and bounced its way to Kyrie, and he hit the 3-point dagger to win the game. LeBron was going for the tie. Kyrie hit a last-second 3 that won Game 4. The biggest shot in Cavaliers history.
Okay, but if he's if it's his franchise, then why is he leaving? Even after all these reports that LeBron was going to leave, you
probably.
You
also have to think
if it's your city.
We're not privy to the knowledge that's going on in the back room. There could have been.
You guys are all LeBron is the enemy. LeBron.
And also,
but the problem is,
I think Kyrie is just being.
They were trying to trade. They were trying to trade Kyrie last year at LeBron's request.
Says who? What's your source on this?
It was on CBS.
Yeah, and who was the source behind it? Unnamed sources that are just trying to dig something up? I can give you a million Manish Meta articles on the Jets that are crap. That have zero
the Jets are crap.
Unnamed sources.
Well, no, hang on.
Yeah, but reporters do this kind of stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
Just to stir the pot.
But this isn't a new thing from LeBron. This is nothing new from him. He's had head coaches fired and replaced after they brought the Cavaliers to a playoff berth in an Eastern Conference Finals. Why is the head coach fired the next year if it's not LeBron's say? LeBron moves a lot more pieces inside of that Cleveland organization, and that as first of all, having to deal with him as a player, having him to deal with him as an ex facto coach, having to deal with his personality and whatever's going on in the front office, that could be enough to overwhelm and frustrate a player of extreme talent like Kyrie Irving.
Cavaliers.247sports.com reported Cavs tried to trade Kyrie and attempted to land Paul George. That's on the Cavaliers site.
That was this year.
That's got a hyphenated name. You can't trust that guy.
And
yeah, that's this year. He wasn't wanted. He wasn't wanted in Cleveland, and that was apparent. That was apparent because if you hit the biggest shot in the history of the franchise, why are they talking about trading you to get a guy who doesn't hit any game-winning shots?
Paul George.
Exactly. Paul George, like you're trading. That is a downgrade. As good as Paul George is, that is a downgrade to go from Kyrie to Paul George. Okay, so I completely agree with him. They don't want him. I want out.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a downgrade based on team needs when Cavs defense was failing and they need someone that can guard more positions, and Kyrie can only guard the 1 and the 2. But
if you're going to argue it's an upgrade over Tristan Thompson or Kevin Love, of course it is. Anything's an upgrade over Tristan Thompson. I'll take a Kardashian. I'll take the Kardashian over Tristan Thompson.
But I'm just saying, I don't think Kyrie is a victim here. I think he wanted out, and I think the issues are nuanced. And it's not, LeBron. It's Kyrie also having an ego, and their egos clashing, similar to Shaq and Kobe.
Which is understandable. They're both number 1 overall picks. Kyrie has the right, deserves the right to say, I want to be the guy. A franchise should be built around me. If not for me, you would not have won an NBA Finals.
But he has the right to say that over LeBron? I don't think so. Not yet. Maybe in another couple years. But he's, obviously tired of waiting, and that's fine. But let's just not paint him as an innocent victim here. He is just as culpable in this clash of egos.
No one's calling him an innocent victim. I don't blame him for wanting
out. I'm just blaming LeBron more.
I don't blame him for wanting out.
I don't think you can say who's really more to blame. Although I do say that Kyrie's a flat earther, so I'm gonna blame him and his
LeBron
stupidity.
Versus Kyrie. LeBron blindsides the team and leaves. Kyrie says, "Get what you can for me." It's a different situation.
Kyrie says, "I believe the Earth is flat."
Kyrie also didn't have a press conference saying he was taking his talents anywhere. The ego that it requires from you to have a press conference to do that is unimaginable.
Oh, let me just join forces with 2 other All-Stars.
Unimaginable.
That'll
and then
make
the
decision
nerve
difficult.
of the same individual to say he's never joined a super team.
I don't care that he
That's
went to
worse
Miami.
than being a flat earther. Because flat earther, I can understand that. That's your ignorance. That's you just not being educated.
He only went to college for 1 year.
LeBron James...
He went to college, though, and still believes that.
LeBron James looked into a camera and deliberately lied to you. To your face, and thought you were the one that was stupid. Not Kyrie. Kyrie claiming to be stupid, or actually not claiming, removing all doubt of him being unintelligent, but LeBron James looked at you and said, you were stupid, public, I didn't join a super team.
And I don't
F
even
you.
I don't even care.
That's an insult to my intelligence. I don't care how stupid my players are. You're overplayed clowns. Entertain me.
I don't care. You throw in so many Daniel Tosh references.
You are though. I'm sorry. That is what you are. Entertainment based first, and we thrive off of it because it's what we enjoy. But don't insult my evaluation of the sport by telling me you didn't join a super team like I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
I don't care at all that they join super teams. In fact, I think that it can be a good thing for a few different reasons. One, it makes the game interesting, especially if you have more than 2 super teams. 2, it allows the rest of the NBA to develop the young players in a way where you can actually see it. Because, like, if let's say Kyrie would be quote unquote hiding behind LeBron James, how would we know how great he is if he's got the greatest? They're babysitting him.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone recognized how great he is, even with LeBron there, though. You mean a few years ago, before LeBron?
It's just hypothetical. How would you know? Like, if Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker were all still healthy, all still on the Spurs, and playing at the level they were playing at a couple years ago, how would we know how good Kawhi is? He's just riding the coattails of Tim Duncan.
I mean, I think his numbers speak for themselves.
The number, I mean,
you're gonna play better when you have talent.
But that being
you're
said,
practicing with those guys.
That's not necessarily true.
I mean, at least for LeBron, it shows in the stats of the players on his team
because he draws a double team.
That they get better when he's on the team.
True, but it also shows that Kawhi Leonard's value is where it is when you ask this guy to come in, in his second year or his rookie year, and this guy mans up, literally the best player in the sport, and beats him in the championship round for San Antonio to host hoist a trophy. I mean, Kawhi can lock down LeBron James. How many players in the NBA can say that?
Not many.
Andre Iguodala could do it, and he's on a bench.
Right. Well, he's literally just brought in for defense.
Well, yeah. I mean, Andre Iguodala at this point, he exhausted all of his offense in Philadelphia where they had no other option.
He's like, my arms don't shoot.
I mean, I thought we were talking about football.
Yeah, we are. So, first game that we're going to talk about, Oregon State versus Colorado State.
And we're done there.
Like I said, I think Oregon State is going to pull it. Colorado State's a now 4-point favorite. Give me Oregon State to win by 4, 31-27.
Oh, just one last thing on the NBA. I just realized Kyrie's going to be in Boston, and guess who's going to be interviewing him? The Boston Globe. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
I don't know.
He's going to clash with his beliefs every day.
They're going to change it to the Boston map.
He's going to ignore it. Knowing him.
Right, yes.
The way he says it, he probably doesn't even know what globe means.
Really quickly. Sorry. I saw this meme, and it was Kyrie Irving, like, looking up and doing some mathematical stuff, and it said, but what is this eclipse? Or something like that. And I thought to myself, really funny that that everyone is freaking out over this because Suns haven't been good since he's been in the NBA. So who's afraid of the Sun? He's confused.
Great.
All right.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Oregon State
over Colorado 31-27 in Fort Collins, Colorado.
It is a big game for Oregon State. Disappointing year at 4-8 last year. They have a very difficult schedule. They've got to get the ball rolling and get the ball rolling early. So this is more important for Oregon State. They have a chance. I think this is going to be a close game. Colorado State is balanced. I think that time of possession is going to determine the game. And that being said, I'm taking Colorado State 31-27.
Oh, so you're just reversing the score. Nice. All right, Dan O'Shea. This Colorado State versus Oregon State. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, Oregon's just so bad, but